Hello everyone. Now we will study about the magnetic force experienced by a current carrying wire, right? For that, we will have to consider a part of a current carrying wire, right? Whose area of cross section is A, length is L. So it's a part of the current carrying wire, okay? We have electrons which drift in a direction opposite to the electric field. If our electric field is this way, so the direction of the drift velocity will be this way, right? So what we are finding here, let me write first. Magnetic force on a current carrying wire. Okay, so for that we have taken a small piece of wire. Suppose the magnetic field is in a direction this direction is the magnetic field, suppose, right? Now what will be the direction of the magnetic force? We know that the magnetic force is is perpendicular to the plane containing V and B, right? For positive charge, the direction of magnetic force is given by left hand, Fleming's left hand rule. So from here, this is the direction of magnetic field. This gives the direction of magnetic field. This gives the direction of velocity. So this is the direction of force. If it would have been a positive charge, but it's a negative charge. So the magnetic force will be normally outward this plane. So I can mark this magnetic force which is normally outward this. So let's recall here Fleming's left hand rule. Though you have studied this in 10th standard. So if we stretch the left hand such that the thumb, the first finger and the middle finger are mutually perpendicular to each other. This is perpendicular, this is perpendicular, this is the thumb, this is the first finger, this is the middle finger. So I mark generally this by ABC. This is A, B, C. C means the middle finger gives the velocity. This gives the magnetic field. And this gives the thumb gives the force, right? So this is your left hand thumb rule, the Fleming's left hand rule, right? So this is how we have calculated this. So this is the force on, this is an important note which you can mention here, that here thumb gives force on positive charge, right? For negative charge, force is opposite to thumb. This is an important thing here, right? For negative charge, the force is opposite, and for positive charge, it is given by the thumb, right? So now let's come back to this case where we have to find the magnetic force on a current carrying wire. For this, we know that this is a part of wire, right? It has many electrons, right? So we will have to find something which helps us in calculating the total force on this wire. So for that, let's consider small n is the number density of electrons. What does that mean? That means number per unit volume, number of electrons per unit volume, right? So now if this is number per unit volume, so if I want to find the number of electrons in this piece, so this number will be small n into volume of this piece of wire. Now small n is number density. How to find the volume of this piece of wire? We know that volume of a cylinder is equal to base area into height, right? So base area into height means this is equal to A into L over here. So I'll write here N into A into L, right? Now we know that by formula, what is the magnetic force on single charge? By formula, let's recall that the magnetic force is equal to Q V cross B, right? Here, how much is the charge? How much is the charge? Charge is, total charge is number of electrons into electronic charge, that is minus E, right? This velocity is drift velocity here, and this magnetic field is as it is, right? So here this magnetic force can be written like this. Now if we consider this as our first equation, this as our second equation, so let's put the value from 1 in 2. What will be our expression, beta? Our expression will be, let's replace this minus, for capital N we are writing N into A into L into E into Vd cross magnetic field, right? Now here we can rearrange it, there is no problem. This is minus N A E L Vd cross B vector, right? Right? Now here look at this. If we look at the direction of current, if the direction of current is this direction, right? So you can say that length we are considering along the direction of the current, right? That's why if you look at this term, this is an important step where the students get confused. So look at this step very clearly. If I rearrange it like this and write NEA multiplied by minus L VD vector into V vector, there is no problem in this. Now in this next step, what am I trying to explain is that if I look at minus L into VD vector, right? Here we are considering that the direction of length is opposite to VD. Why? Because we are considering the direction of length along the direction of current. So if I write it like this, that the magnitude of VD into direction of L vector, because minus VD direction is L direction. L direction is this way, VD direction is this way. So minus VD direction is L direction. And now here, putting this in this equation which we are considering as 3, this has 4. So from 4 in 3, what will be the formula for the magnetic force? This is equal to NEA. I am writing minus L VD vector as VD into L vector. So L vector I am taking inside the bracket. So the equation 3 converts into this one now. So what will be our magnetic force, beta? This NEA VD. Just recall the formula. NEA VD is current. So this is I L cross B vector. So from here, this is in vector form. The derivation is complete for the vector form. Rest of the things I'll write on the next slide, right? So from here, if I want to write the magnitude of the magnetic force on a current carrying wire, this will be I L B sine theta, where theta is the angle between L and magnetic field. So here I can say that if theta is 0, this is very important for numericals. If theta is 0, that means angle between the length of wire and magnetic field is 0. Then the force, magnetic force is 0. Yeah. If theta between magnetic field and the length of the conductor is 90 degree, then the magnetic force will be maximum, that is ILB. In short, how do we remember this? Bill sine theta, right? So this is very, very important. What does this mean? Look at this diagram. If this is your wire and the direction of the magnetic field is also along the wire, then the force is 0. Important for numericals. That's all for now. Thank you and have a nice day.